Hey guys, ThatOneGuyJames here, and welcome back to another episode of StoneVania. And yes, you are reading the title correctly. I am finally gonna work on my base. But it's probably sad to say, because I believe we are like 5, maybe 6 months into the server. And this is what my base looks like so far. I still have the village, I have the beacon, I have a lot of things, and a lot of it is not even mine. Like, Lint made me the storage system I've been using, and I think Islak was the main person working on, like, decorating this. So, I have done nothing. I have had 2 people build for me, and maybe a few more, because people put blocks around the portal, because, they fall. Like dummies. So yeah, it is time to make my base, but I have to do a few things because I have a lot of clutter. And, I need to take down a lot of these houses, and more importantly, I need to get rid of the prank that Lint and Kiki left for me, which is everywhere. Let's go ahead and deal with this first. Okay, all the mini blocks are now gone, and I had to make a bunch of shulker boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 shulker boxes of mini dirt blocks. Kiki and Lint are insane. Now what do we do with all these mini dirt blocks? Well, we've returned them to their proper owner. And this thing right here is kind of a part of the shopping district. It is Kiki's dirt truck, where she sells a lot of dirt. Well, I think it's like, yeah, a diamond a stack, 4 diamonds for 2 shulker boxes, I believe. And yeah, she's selling a lot of dirt. But she's not selling mini dirt, and I feel very bad that I've kept all this mini dirt since since the Halloween prank, so since October. So I think it might be best to nicely put all of this mini dirt here back where it belongs. And hopefully we don't get caught, because right now Kiki is on the server, but I don't think she is anywhere near the shopping district. So fingers crossed, right? Hi. Ah! Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
What are you doing?
I'm
No.
cleaning out the clutter. I'm cleaning out the clutter. You have a dirt shop, and I was like, oh, you left your stock at my base. I should help you out. I should help you out.
Why the double chest? No.
Don't go into your truck.
I hope you know I'm going to have to remove it. Alright,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 double chests.
I'm in tears. I'm not gonna... I hate you.
What do you mean you left this at my base? I am just returning it. Yeah.
Lint left it. Lint's left it.
And you both own the shop, don't you?
No.
Oh, I thought you guys did.
No.
Oh. Well. That was like 21 shulker boxes. You're welcome.
That was... I hate you. Also...
You're welcome. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Remind me I'm not getting you anything for your birthday.
So, now that all the dirt blocks are with the rightful owner, we can start working on our base. And I will say, this base has slowly become a mess. I mean, come on, we have a beacon here, which is hiding our little villager trading hall, kind of. And we have our farms like fully exposed. The farms that we do have fully exposed, and not a lot of paths and hills. So you guys can kind of see why it took me forever to kind of think about how to do this base. I honestly think the biggest helper is the fact that I decided to terraform or tear down the entire village. So that gave me like a pretty good like fresh view. Like look, it's like a fresh view of how this entire base is gonna look. And I do already have plans kind of just looking at it. Like maybe building, because my base is supposed to be in ruins, like a ruin kingdom kind of thing. So I can imagine like a ruined church being here. I can kind of already see like maybe a battle arena like behind that mountain right here. A bunch of statues and stone buildings as well. But if you've seen like my other series, That One World, I like to build with farms in mind, like give each building I make a reason to exist. And I think that was the problem with this. I wanted to do ruins, I really did, but I couldn't think of how to incorporate farms like these into it. And also real life gets in the way of trying to be creative on this server. At least stick with a theme. That's why I focused more on the shopping district. But recently I got some inspiration about how to do my farms. I was thinking, I think I could, like, this is a good example. I was thinking too much of like temples and, you know, like fully built stone buildings. And, you know, stone for me kind of limits that. But I was forgetting the part that we're supposed to be making these ruins. Like, we're not supposed to be finished. They're supposed to be broken and run down. And once I got that in my head after 6 months, you know, with real life going on, I finally found like a reason to have a farm. A few farms, actually. One thing that I've done on the server, which actually helps with the base, is I've built a load of shops. I own the Bone Shop, the Redstone Farm, the Trash Shop, the Moo Moo Cafe, the Armor Stand Shop, the Mushroom Shop, and the Mud Cafe. And out of all the shops I named, only 4 of them can actually be farmed. I already have a farm for the Redstone Shop, so that's not really on my priority list right now. What's a priority is my Bone, Mushroom, and Mud Shop. All 3 shops can be farmed, and they are in somewhat high demand. But our first thing is the Mud Shop. So with the Mud Shop, well, people have been buying a lot of regular mud right here. You know, the lattes are not really selling well. I don't think I really get much diamonds from this, but the coffee and double espresso, they get sold out real quick. I do have a farm back here, which this is a pretty cool contraption that only really works in single player. And it's not because I have haste right now. This has been a problem for a while. So like if I grab this right here, and I believe one of right here. See, if I hold this and it goes, I can't forever hold this, or it will just start putting in dirt. And what used to have 4 water bottles now has 5. So you can't really AFK and do this because there's always a chance that it will just break. Also, one of the other ways I've gotten mud to keep refilling this is that at the redstone farm, it's next to a mangrove swamp. So there's a lot of mud that I've just been mining over there for, which it goes by quickly, but I need to be more efficient. But in order to be more efficient, we're going to have to build ourselves a better and, well, yeah, just a better mud farm. And I was looking around, and I think it might be a good idea to put it around here. I kind of want to go with like the terrain of the actual area itself. I don't want to do that much terraforming and ripping down like the hills and stuff. Kind of want to go with the terrain on this one and see how everything kind of looks. So I was thinking like having the mud farm here, but as a ruin. So it's just gonna be like a ruined building with that works as a mud farm. But before we get any work done, we are going to need a lot more stone and cobblestone and then other stone variant blocks than all of this. I think we're gonna need to get some shulker boxes. So how about we give the rest of the video to ThatOneGuyJames. Thank you so much, James, as I believe it's been a while since I've appeared in a fourth wall break. But I promise to keep it quick. So, as we yearn for the mines, we went ahead and mined a bunch of andesite, tuff, deep slate, and cobble deep slate before getting a bit lazy and making a deal with Lockie for a shulker box of stone and to use his basalt farm, which I believe was all the material gathering we had to do. So, did I really have to do a fourth wall break for this? And with all that, we now have all of the materials we are going to need, hopefully not just for this ruin, but hopefully like 1 or 2 ruins as well. I'm hoping. I'm assuming I'm going to be using a lot of stone and cobblestone, which that's fine. That's easy to mine. I just don't want to get more deep slate. Deep slate is terrible to get. But other than that, I think we are ready to actually get this build started. We got our redstone box right here. We have other blocks in case we need them. And we have all of the materials that we used for them, at the original mud farm at the mud cafe. So, well, not original materials, just dirt and glass bottles. Anyways, I'm just very excited now to get this first ruin set up. I really think that this area over here is going to be a very great place for the first ruin. And I don't know, after 6 months of not building anything here at my base area, I don't think I've ever been more excited to build something in this game. So how about I stop talking and we go right into the time lapse. All right, let's go. And with that, the ruin is complete. And I love how much this looks. I don't know, for my first time using like a stone color palette and trying to make this look like run down and I guess a bit gothic, it has turned out very well. I especially love the fact that it kind of blends in with the portal down, like, on floor level. When I'm up in the air flying around, it's kind of hard to connect the two. I mean, I think that's how bases look as a whole, but I need to figure out a way to kind of properly connect these two builds into one another. But that's another thing. For right now, I just want to talk more about the ruin right here. So for the pillars and even for the walls, I'd use cobblestone stairs and stuff to kind of show like that it broke in half and it's kind of like decaying, I guess. I don't know, it's supposed to represent like the passage of time and it kind of crumbling down on itself. That's also what this window's for. It's kind of like collapsing on itself the more time goes on. If we go behind here at least, we can see this giant thing of stone. And that's because I was thinking that possibly that this used to be a wall up here, and over time, or the first thing that went away was the wall crashing down onto the floor right here. And that made like a fun little detail when flying around, just seeing this like this wall on the floor and looking up there. I wish I could have put some more markers that they're connected. Maybe replace some of this with cobblestone would probably help. but it's because I have like my redstone line right there for the farm. Before we go more into the farm, I kind of want to show off this. So I decided to use like a stone and tough kind of palette here, because I like how the stone looks. You know, stone in the walls. In like, if you look up ruins and ancient ruins, like how they built the walls is the same way they built the stairs. And I kind of think that the tough blends in almost. I don't know. I wanted to use tough, and the way I kind of picture the tough is that it's kind of decaying stone, or like the stone aging, if that makes sense. It's like not mossy, but darker. I don't know how to describe it. It's one of those things where it just looks good to me, but I can't explain why it looks good. I just like it. But I also think I got a bit lazy with the floor right here. The entire floor is just stone. And honestly, if I filled this in, I probably would have made it where like the tough blocks are the usual flooring for this place. Which, now that I think about it, I might make that a thing where tough is the like floor for everything around here. Well, you know, around the base. That actually would be kind of a neat detail. But yeah, now we're at our mud farm, which this mud farm is designed by Pixel. He is someone that has a Minecraft survival guide series, and I found this mud farm on one of his episodes, and it works fantastic. So all you have to do is kind of just like, you know, wait right here and just place dirt. So you could spam dirt, but it works. You can only spam dirt in single player from my testing. In multiplayer, as of at least for the StoneVania server, I have to be careful when placing this because of it pushing back. Because if I spam like this, nothing. Okay, why is it working now? See, earlier, wait, it's because I had like a block up here, or because earlier I can tell you, there we go, that happened. But what happened was after all the mud reached this wall and the observer goes off, all the pistons push, which stops this from pushing through as well. So there's like a bit of a tick delay, I guess you can say, when it comes to this, but nothing big. All I have to do is just take out the dirt, do this, and it should work just fine. And the mud is working just fine as well. So now I can harvest all this mud, and we can go ahead and put all of it in the shulker box, so that way we can, you know, restock the mud shop soon. But yeah, this looks fantastic. And for our shulker boxes here, we did lose a bit, but not a lot, honestly. I mean, we lost a lot of stone, but for everything else, like this regular deep slate wasn't even touched. And then we have some more extra blocks like stairs and slabs already set up here. So we definitely have more blocks to work on, probably like 2 more builds depending on how big they are. Now that we have the mud farm all set up and a very nice looking portal, the question is now, what is next for our base? And that is honestly a hard question to answer. I do have a lot of ideas, as I said earlier in the video, like a arena over there, like building a church here, and then building more like temple / ruined houses all around. I especially want to build stuff to hide our chicken and cow farm over there, our sheep farm, lava farm, and our, not even a farm, but like the sugarcane we have over there. I need to build more builds that have purposes like this, but also I want to make this place have a bit of lore attached to it. So I do know that I'm gonna also have to build builds that have no purpose other than to help build the story for this base. Because right now, when you look out at my base, I mean, well, obviously there is a lot more acacia, but at least we now have something here. but it still kind of looks a bit sad, and that just means that just means I'm gonna have to put in a lot more work on this base to make it feel a bit more, well, I was gonna say homey, but a bit more ruiny. But with all that said, I think it is a good time to end the video here. We have done a lot, and well, I've done a lot. I did leave some airspace, or I guess gaps, as in I didn't show myself building the portal, and there'll be more lore to the portal in like a future episode. And then the village all being teared down, that's because I lost the replay footage of me tearing it down. I was searching for it for a while now, and I just couldn't find it. I have no idea what happened to it. But yeah, those are the two things that I kind of just did and just randomly popped up. So now, okay, with those two addressed, we can end the video here. So love one another, take care of each other, have a wonderful day, a wonderful life, and I'll see you all next time. All right? Goodbye.